Welcome everyone to Sysco Canada's virtual kitchen show. Start off with marbles already. This is the healthcare and senior living segment in addition. So we're super excited today to have Maple Leaf back, and their Food 5 Ways is just a wicked idea, and we're just very happy to have them share with us this whole concept around it. So I'm going to move over to our co-host, Christine Roman, to introduce everyone. Christine?
Thanks, Jay. As he mentioned, I'm Christine Romano, Healthcare Marketing Lead for Sysco Canada. And thank you for joining us for the Healthcare and Senior Living edition of our Sysco Virtual Kitchen series. So today we have Maple Leaf with us for their second time in the 4-part series of Food 5 Ways. Joining us today is Denise Paul, Director of Healthcare and Hospitality, and Chef James Keppy of Maple Leaf.
Hello. Hi, Christine. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Tell us more about Food 5 Ways.
Yes, Food 5 Ways is a concept that we introduced and we unveiled on your session 2 weeks ago. And it's a concept that addresses a very important need in the healthcare and senior living segment, and that's the need to take a single product and utilize it in multiple applications throughout a menu cycle. So what we've done is we've taken 12 of the most popular senior-friendly Maple Leaf products, and we've created 5 very different applications and developed recipes for each application. So 12 products times 5 different applications. By the end of our 4-part series, we will have reviewed 12 products and 60 different menu applications, all perfect for fall-winter menu planning. Today, we're reviewing 3 different products in each segment, and today we're reviewing 3 products. The first one is barbecue beef ribette. The second one is chicken drumstick, and the third is pulled pork. We're going to start with the barbecue beef ribette. This is a product that was designed specifically for this healthcare and senior living market about 7 years ago. And it was based on customer demand. Customers were telling us that they'd love to see a bone rib patty that was made with beef. So we developed it, and it's been a very popular product in this market. It's popular because it's fully cooked. And most importantly, it has a really tender texture that seniors or patients can cut with a fork and chew very easily. It has a very mild flavor profile. It's the perfect 85-gram size. And from a nutritional standpoint, it has 13 grams of protein and 324 milligrams of sodium, so very, very reasonable. And the sauce is very mild and it can be served on its own. The product is also super versatile, and Chef James is going to tell us more about the product and more about the different applications that you can create with it.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about 5 different builds for this, but we're going to do one today. It's going to be a beef ribette as a Wellington. And first, we're just going to show you the product here. You can go to the other camera. So this is the beef ribette. It's an IQ piece of formed beef that's got a bit of, it still has some texture to it. They've put a bit of a rib shape to it, so it's not just a flat surface. If you look closely on the product, you'll actually see there is actually a bit of a barbecue sauce coating on it. So when this bakes up on its own, it already has a bit of a barbecue flavor, but it's a mild flavor. So you're going to be able to finish this any way you want. And we'll talk about that in the 5 different builds that we have on the Food 5 Ways today. For today, we're going to do a beef Wellington. So you're going to use basically a sheet of Pepperidge Farm puff pastry, and you're going to cut it out into the squares. Just like that. We're going to have a little bit of sauteed mushrooms and onions that we're going to put in the bottom. So it's just going to go on. And then the beef ribette's going to go on top of that. So what we're going to be able to do is with a little bit of an egg wash that we can brush around that, we can pick this product up and fold it over the puff pastry. So traditionally, this would have been done with a beef tenderloin. This is just something, again, it's a bit more cost friendly, and it's got that, as Denise had mentioned, the texture of this product, it can be cut with a fork, so it's going to be easier for the residents to eat. So we basically made a piece up there. You can also, if you want to get a little bit fancier with it, You can quickly just put a little bit of a leaf on there. And it can go across the top like that. You egg wash that product up. You can do this in advance, and then that's going to go bake in the oven for about 20, 22 minutes. When that comes out of the oven, what you're going to end up with is a beautiful puff pastry wrapped beef Wellington. And again, if you want to put something on the top of it like that as a garnish, you can end up with a nice product like that. Now, when we grab this product, just to show you, I can cut right into this. And there you have a wonderful still beef with all the mushrooms on there. This is something that you could add spinach to. You could put some peppers in there if you wanted to, but that's the closest to a traditional beef Wellington. We'll just show you a finished plate there as well.
Don't you have a pork version of this product?
Yeah, Christine, we also have a pork version. It's a similar product. It's been around for many years, longer than me. I've been around for 15 years, so this product has been around longer than that. And it also wasn't developed for the senior living market, but it's very popular and one of our top sellers. It's a very similar product. It looks the same. It's the same size, similar texture. Obviously, it's a different flavor profile made with the pork, and the nutritionals are very similar as well. I think it's a little lower in protein and it's a little higher in sodium, but not by much. But it's also a very popular product.
Would both of these products be suitable for hospital patient feeding?
Yeah, a number of hospitals are using both of these products. The reason being, they work beautifully in retherm cart systems, and any cold plating system, bulk retherm, or conventional system. They retherm beautifully. Obviously, they're fully cooked, which is what hospitals are looking for. And again, the texture remains moist no matter how it's cooked. And from a nutritional standpoint, although the products are not low in sodium, they certainly do work, especially as hospitals begin to have started sort of relaxing their standards for therapeutic diet standards for patient feeding. So these products, as well as a number of other products, certainly are part of our patient feeding offering portfolio. We have actually 50 products in total that are ideal for patient feeding and retherm beautifully, and all of those products can be found on our website under our support resources section on our patient feeding offering document.
Perfect. Thanks, Denise.
So we can take a look at the five recipes if you'd like there, Jay, if you want to pull up that other screen. So what we've got here, these are 5 of many recipes that we have available, but we put the 5 in here to work well as a group. So obviously the first one is your beef ribette Wellington. And we're putting a demi-glaze or a brown gravy with that one to finish it off. But again, staying strictly with the beef flavor. The second one that's on the list there is more of an open face, a garlic toast with a beef ribette on a cheesy garlic toast. So that's going to have a brush of barbecue sauce to it. And again, keeping with the mushrooms and onions as sort of your components to go along with that. The third one there is meant to be more of your traditional Philly beef melt. Now, for this, we also do this one along with their shaved steak product, but again, we're still talking beef here, so it applies. Being able to put peppers and onions and the Swiss cheese to it, you can bake these off on a tray, finish them as however you like. The fourth one is the Asian beef ribette. So this is where, if there is a barbecue sauce on the rib, you can glaze this with another flavor. So with this one, we're putting a teriyaki on there. Your teriyaki is more of a soy, mirin, sugar, ginger flavor to it. Again, the residents are familiar with it, and it does change up the dish a little bit more, so you can have more of an Asian style to that one. And then the last one, the beef ribette sandwich, which is where these products originated from. This was always meant to be a beef rib sandwich. So the barbecue sauce on there, peppers, mushrooms, be able to just make a regular summer sandwich right there. So that's just 5 of the possibilities. There's plenty more out there, but we want to build that into the the Food 5 Ways.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention that James just highlighted 5 of the applications that we have for this product, but there are many more applications. We just wanted to highlight the ones that were very different from each other and the ones that made sense for fall, winter menus. But we have many other ideas that Chef James and many others have created available on our website. You just go to products and then hit beef and then go to barbecue beef ribette and all the recipes that are available.
And what you saw there with the Wellington was probably the most labor involved. The rest of them can go straight from the freezer onto the tray, sauced, baked, finished.
Absolutely. And as I mentioned earlier, when I started talking about the product, this product, if you want to keep it really, really simple, you can simply just heat up this product. You don't have to do anything to it and add a potato and veg, serve it as the center of the plate, and it's easy peasy, super simple. So if you're really stretched for time and labor, you can simply do that.
Yep. Cool. So we're going to move on to the next of the 3. Denise?
Yes. So next, we're moving on to our chicken drumstick. So unlike many of the other products that we're reviewing in these sessions, this product is a raw product. But it is a real popular product in senior living, both with seniors and with senior living operators. The main reason is that chicken drumstick, it's total comfort food. Seniors love their drumsticks. It's also the perfect handheld, and that really promotes independent feeding for seniors. This product comes IQF, and James is going to show it to us. It's IQF, and it's very consistent sizing. Each drumstick is 100 grams, and what's nice about that, you're going to be serving as the same size portion to every resident, so they're getting the same amount of meat and the same nutrients. What's a huge plus to this particular product is it's very clean. There's nothing in it other than chicken. It's made with premium chickens, so premium quality chickens, and there's nothing added to it. So there's no pump. So it is naturally gluten-free. It contains no allergens, nothing other than chicken. That's just what the ingredient listing says. And it's also naturally low in sodium. So each 100-gram drumstick is only 77 milligrams of sodium. Each drumstick also contains 13 grams of protein. So the serving size is 1, and the seniors are getting the nutrients that they need. It's also super versatile, and that is what James is going to talk to us about.
Good. Okay, so we're talking chicken drumsticks. It's a fairly familiar product, so it's not that we're not going out there really far to something people aren't going to understand, but it works great for healthcare because it's a very consistent product. If you go over your drumsticks on that come in, they're going to come in IQF frozen. We've just defrosted them out so that we can finish them off. But as far as portions go, when you're looking at drumsticks and thighs have the ability to be a bit more random in their size. You can end up with some larger pieces and some smaller pieces. So when you're going to cook them, you might have a bit more inconsistency and have to pay attention a bit closer. Your drums are very consistent. They're always going to be they're always going to cook the same sort of size, and they're not going to change up as much. The recipe on this one is very, very simple. You're basically making up a mixture with curry powder, garlic powder, onion powder, some black pepper, a few things like that. You're going to mix that in and toss that around. So that's just you're going to take that defrosted product and finish it off, ready to go, as you can expect. And what that brings you out is a curry crispy chicken drumstick. So one of those is going to make a perfect portion for the residents. And obviously, there's just a plethora of possibilities out there as to how you can season this product up. So you can bring this product in, have it on the menu in a number of places. And we're going to show you 5 today with what we do with it. But basically, you're ready to go here. And always remember, something like this could also be served cold once you've cooked it up. So more towards your summer menus, but you could actually have this along with a salad as well. What we did with it today was just simply put it onto a pile of parsley rice with some veggies and served out a single piece. The curry on there depending on your residents might enjoy a bit more heat or a little bit less. That's where your kitchen managers and your chefs can decide on. Curry can be very mild if that's how you want to make it. So there's no reason out there for people to shy away from curry because they think it's going to be too spicy of a product.
Absolutely, James. That's a very good point. I was going to mention that because not all residents, would like a clear curry flavor. And also, maybe not all residents would like to see sort of curry in sort of the name of the product. So again, you can use this recipe and you can change up the name if you so chose.
Yeah, for sure.
Denise, you mentioned the protein and sodium for the product itself. What about the crispy curry recipe?
Yeah, the nutritionals on this particular product are really positive. So with this recipe, the protein is bumped up. The drumstick itself is 13 grams of protein. In this recipe, it's 15 grams. And the sodium on the drumstick is 77 milligrams of sodium. And in this recipe, it's only 174 milligrams of sodium. So it's really reasonable.
That's fantastic. Is this product made in Canada?
Yes, it is. This product, the chickens are raised on Ontario farms. In fact, the farms are all located in southwestern Ontario, and it's produced in Brampton. So it's absolutely a made in Canada product.
Wonderful. Because that's always something that's so important to our healthcare and senior living customers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And should they choose to, put that in the menu or make residents aware of it or make the residents' families aware of it, they can do so.
Perfect.
Great. Do you want to go to the 5 ways breakdown there? Okay. So obviously the crispy curry drumstick is the one we just finished up right there. Finished off with a little bit of cilantro. These 5 that we've got here, again, we tried to go to farther edges of the flavor profile. So the second one there is the honey spice drumstick. There's a little bit of heat happening with that one. It is still it's a barbecue type base. It's ketchup, honey, cumin, chili, Worcestershire, and rosemary, basically making up that marinade. And the glaze that's going to finish on that one. The third one is a cranberry glaze, sort of self-explanatory, but we're going towards the sweet side there. The residents are familiar with chicken and with cranberry, so it's not going to be an odd pairing for them, and they're going to understand what the pieces are. The fourth one is Portuguese roasted. So we've basically taken a recipe that has chili, paprika, oregano. There's brown sugar, pepper, and garlic in it. Again, all really familiar flavors that sort of covers a lot of Portuguese cooking. And we've done the same sort of thing and baked that off so that flavor goes into the chicken. The fifth one is the creamy Dijon chicken drumstick with mushroom. This one again, with our friends over at Campbell's, that's a cream of chicken soup based mixture that we're using there with a Dijon. It's, again, from the residents' perspective, they're used to seeing that type of a product. They like those flavors. That's a much milder flavor. But there's 5 different distinct flavor profiles that we're showing you in these drumsticks here. And that's the 5.
Absolutely. I also want to mention that the Portuguese chicken drumsticks there, that recipe actually is on our website, but it can also be found in our international inspiration section of our website. So what we did is we created a number of recipes to address the need in senior living for different ethnic inspired dishes. So that one follows obviously Portuguese. We also have recipes that are more Italian based, recipes that are Middle Eastern, Indian, Eastern European, and Italian, if I didn't say Italian yet. So please check that out again on the website.
Okay. So that takes us over to the next. If we're going to talk about the pulled pork.
Yes. So pulled pork. This is another example of a product that was not designed for this market for healthcare and senior living. But again, it's one of our top selling products. It was designed for restaurants many years ago. It works well for senior living because it is fully cooked. Also because the texture of this product is very moist and tender. The actual sizes of the meat are very short, and that reduces the choking risk with residents, and also it's just easier for them to chew and to manage. This has no sauce. Therefore, we're able to keep the sodium to a minimum, and also, of course, that improves the versatility of the product. What we've also done with pulled pork is we reformulated a couple of years ago, so we made it even better than it was before. So we made the product all natural, so it's made with all natural ingredients. So there's no artificial flavors, colors, preservatives in the product. There are no allergens whatsoever. It's gluten-free as well, and we also reduce the sodium in the product. So the sodium on this product for a 60 gram or 2 ounce portion is 250 milligrams of sodium, and the protein is perfect for lunch at 14 grams of protein. So again, because this product doesn't have a sauce, it makes it, you can create so much with it. So James is going to tell us all the concepts we can create with this product and tell us a bit more about the product.
Sure. Yeah, so the pulled pork really is, it's a blank slate for us. It is just a shoulder that has a salt and pepper with a smoke to it. So it is ready for anybody to finish off however they want. So we show this to everyone from pubs to quick serve restaurants to full serve restaurants. All we've done is we've saved you the time of the 6-hour slow cook of the shoulders. So we've pulled that apart, and it's ready to go. You can now, from this product, you can add as many peppers, mushrooms, and onions as you want. You can put your own signature sauces to it. So it's going to be unique to your operation or to that dinner that evening. So the same product has so many different ways to be used. The way this product is coming, again, there's 4 sticks frozen in the case, just like this. It's a fully cooked product, 100% yield. And what you end up with is right here. It falls apart nice. You still have some bigger chunks in there. You can break it down more if you want to, but that's all you really have to do to get a pulled pork ready to go. What we're going to do is basically make a baked dish here, so it's a pulled apple pork. So what we're going to end up doing is adding in some barbecue sauce. We've got some apple cider vinegar in there, some finely diced onion. We're going to use a straight applesauce goes into this one. A little bit of Dijon. And I know Denise is looking at this going, there's actually a recipe for this. It doesn't look like I'm actually following a recipe, but there is a recipe.
I was going to ask.
I actually did measure some of the ingredients out, I will say. So basically all you're doing is you're mixing these ingredients together, and this is going to go into a bake, into the oven. So the product goes in like that. Finish it up. You're going to have a sweet apple flavor to this. How this is going to come out, what you're going to end up with is an apple bake like this. So here you are. This has been sitting there marinating together. That apple and the barbecue sauce has been absorbing into all the different pulled meat there, so the flavor is all the way through. It's not just a topical; it's actually all the way through. That flavor is ready to go. What we've done with something like this is we're actually going to put this portion on top of a pile of mashed potatoes with some veggies to go out, and it's a slightly different flavor than what you're used to seeing from a pulled pork. We'll just show you a finished plate on the far side there. Now that's a product that you're going to be able to, it's been holding in an oven for over an hour. This is going to hold together. It's not going to break down into the smaller pieces. It holds really well. It's going to get more flavorful the longer it sits. So you can reheat this product. You can make that up in advance and retherm it to order, depending on from an a la carte angle for a menu as well. But there's a lot of different ways to use this product. That's just one application that's fairly new to us, actually, just to that flavor combination.
James,
yes.
While you have the actual sleeve of product in front of you, maybe you could talk about how we change the actual packaging of the product and how the advantage now is it's a lot easier to thaw.
Right. So again, with the size of this package, it's because it's elongated like this. This will defrost in the fridge overnight, no problem. But because of the thickness of it, even from frozen, if you had to use this product, you could put this under running water in the sealed bag for about 40 minutes. It's going to defrost on its own. But you can also plunge this entire bag into a pot of boiling water or straight into a steam application. It's going to break apart very, very easily, and you're going to be able to work with this. So ideally, you do want to let it defrost overnight, but in a pinch, you could do this straight from frozen, and the pieces will break apart beautifully for you that you can continue on and finish the product in the way you like.
Great.
Denise, we reviewed your pulled chicken 2 weeks ago. Do you also have a beef version of this product?
Yeah, so we have three pulled meats. Pulled chicken we reviewed last week. Pulled pork today. We're actually not going to be reviewing pulled beef as part of the products, but we did want to mention and thank you for asking that we do have a pulled beef product. It has all of the advantages of the pulled pork and pulled chicken, being the same packaging, the same convenient packaging. Also, again, made with natural ingredients, the nice tender texture with the short strands of beef, and also from a nutritional standpoint, the protein and sodium are very reasonable as well. And it's also, again, because it doesn't come in a sauce, just like the pulled chicken, the pulled pork, it automatically keeps the sodium down and also makes the product very versatile.
Perfect. Thank you.
So if we look at the 5 ways for this product, if we can pull that page up, Jay. Jay, you still with us there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's unusually quiet today.
I know. I'm just learning along the way. We do have a question that came in, so
Okay.
we can answer that.
So
after.
again, the pulled pork we did one method today. We did the pulled pork apple today as a casserole type dish, but obviously using pulled pork doesn't mean you have to put it into a sauce. There's still a great flavor on it with a salt and pepper sort of. There's a salt and pepper flavor to the pork, so we can also make a Cuban sandwich up. So a Cuban sandwich is going to be your mustard, Swiss cheese. The spices usually end up being more of an oregano and garlic and lemon to it. But you don't actually have to slather something in barbecue sauce to make it work there. So we've got a Cuban sandwich. Great pickle on the side for that one. We did a home-style pulled pork and beans. So as expected, this is a straight baked bean product, but we're adding in the protein with the pulled pork in there. Again, very familiar dish. Then the third one, Jay, this is just for you, for Marvin from Chimo there. We're doing a pork pierogi casserole. Got to keep Marvin in business. So you're basically, here you're dealing with a sauerkraut. You've got onions, you've got green onions in there, and you're layering this up into a casserole dish after you cook off the pierogies. And it can be served up for the residents as well. Get all those different flavors in there.
Yeah, Jay, I just wanted to mention for that one was developed, the pulled pork pierogi casserole was developed as part of when we launched the International Inspirations recipes. So that was obviously under the Eastern European section of that site.
Yeah, fair enough. The last one that we had on this list was a pulled pork and cornbread skillet. So this is using basically a cornbread mixture that you're going to make up and bake off into a tray. And on top of that, you're going to have, there's actually a cream corn and cheddar and barbecue sauce mixture that goes into it. So a slightly different take on how to do this, but again, a baked dish. You can take a slice of this product, get a lot of flavor happening there.
And one of the reasons that we chose pulled pork to be part of these 12 products for fall winter menus is that pork obviously pairs so well with fall flavors. As James demonstrated, it works beautifully with apple, also with maple, with pear, onions, rosemary.
Pickle.
Pardon me?
Pickle as well. Gotta get the Cuban in there.
So there you go. So this product, as well as many of our other pork products, lots of recipes that incorporate those flavors.
This is also one of the products that we show quite often on flatbreads and things, which I know are not a normal everyday occurrence, but it does have so many other uses. I mean, we can put this into omelets. This can go into a wrap. There's just so many applications for a pulled pork.
I know, and one of the reasons that we chose this product is up until a few years ago, I'd say 90% of senior living homes were using this product, basically mixing it with a barbecue sauce and serving it as a hot sandwich, on a bun, like pulled pork barbecue sauce on a bun, which is a great application. It's absolutely delicious. It's perfect for seniors. But we just really wanted to show everyone just the versatility of this product and how it's so much more than a barbecued pulled pork sandwich.
And it doesn't have to sit there with the default of there's either pulled pork sandwich or pork chop. I mean, this is when you're trying to break out your menu into the different major groups, there's only a few pork options to it. So the pulled pork really does hit so many different places on the menu.
Absolutely.
Jay, you said there was a question?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few here.
Okay.
We have a question, and I think it was back at the beginning there, the sugar content. Can we just talk about the sugar content? And I think that was on I apologize. Peter's indicated here a question around the sugar content. I think it was at the beginning with the chicken.
Okay, so I'm just looking that up. What particular product are we talking? Which product was that referring to?
I have to say, I think it was the chicken.
The chicken drumstick?
Yeah. And Peter, if you want to also just comment, let us know if that's what the right product is. I think it was around 11:25 on our show, so I'm thinking that was around the.
For the actual drumstick itself, if that's the product that Peter was referring to, there's no sugar. But if we're going,
pork. It was the pulled pork, Denise. My apologies.
Okay.
Thanks, Peter.
So, and just so everyone knows, what I'm doing very quickly, I just looked on our website. I go to products. I click on pork. I scroll down to pulled pork. And pulled pork itself, the sugar is only 0.2 grams for 60 grams of product, and that's the product itself. And if we're going to the pulled apple pork, which is the application that James showed us, the sugar is 10.8 grams. So obviously with the ingredients that James added, the sugar obviously increased significantly.
And Denise, you found all those on your website, right? On the Maple Leaf.
No, absolutely. Yeah, mapleleaf.com.
Yeah, so Kim asked that question where she can find these recipes again, and she can find them at that website, correct?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Excellent. So those are great questions. Thank you again for everyone that sent those questions in.
And that was pretty much the thing. We just did the 3 products today. It's unusual because we usually have to do 5, 7, 9, or 11 products. So 3 is a new lower limit for us.
It's very hard for me to limit to 3. So.
Well, thank you so much, Denise and Chef James, for sharing these great ideas with us. As we mentioned, visit the Maple Leaf website at mapleleafhh.com for the full recipes. And do we have any other questions, Jay?
No, that was it. It looks like, great ideas, by the way. I was just sitting back and enjoying the show today.
So join us back. September 15th is going to be the 3rd in the Maple Leaf series of the 4 parts. And then stay tuned to the Sysco Canada Facebook page for the links to our healthcare and senior living shows. Next week, we will be hosting 2 shows on Tuesday featuring both Olymel and Unilever. Over to you, Jay.
Awesome. Well, I think just before we wrap up, Denise, you can want to just share just a recap of all the things we've seen over the last couple of visits?
Absolutely. So we reviewed our shaved steak, pulled chicken, and country sausage. Today, obviously, we reviewed barbecue beef ribette, chicken drumstick, and pulled pork. So we've gone through half of the products that we'll be reviewing in total. And we'll have 3 exciting different products to review with you in 2 weeks' time.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, Denise. Thanks, Chef. Christine, always a blast. Everyone
Thanks
else,
for having us.
yeah, no, we love you. We love you guys. It's awesome. So for everyone else, like Christine says, keep joining us. Tomorrow we have more Sysco virtual kitchen shows coming up tomorrow and on Thursday as well. Please tune in. We're here till I don't know when, but I know we have got about 100 and some shows coming up, and we'll be bringing you constant information as we move forward. So thanks again, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. And thanks again, Maple Leaf.
Thank you. Bye-bye.